real and what is not. So yesterday I kind of threw what today's topic was going to be about in my short. I was talking about 400 seconds in a day. And of course today is the January 12th, 2005. So this video is going to hone in on some of the tactics that are being used on Facebook in order to, and they're pretty clever too, in order to draw the attention to the viewer to watch their video. There's nothing wrong with being clever. Just be clear and be honest about what you're doing and your intentions on why you're saying what you're saying, because it can be very misleading to others, and it could overall damage not you, because you pretty much got it figured out as to why you're doing it, but it could damage the people that are coming behind you, that are looking to you for guidance and information to help them on their journey. I'll be right back. All right, now we all got 86,400 seconds in a day. And it's whatever you do with that determines the outcome, not just for that day, but for the days to follow, right? So you have to be very strategic, even with your time, not just your business, but your time and what you're investing your time in. So I will go over this one more time. Know your business that you're in. Learn whatever you're going to invest the most time in, so that way it can benefit you. And then once you learn that information, you need to apply it to your situation in order for it to work for you, right? So the title is YouTube. What is real? What isn't? Okay. What I'm starting to notice on the platform, especially here in the most recent days, let's talk about something that's real. So we're in a new year, and it's the beginning of the year. And anybody in business know that most businesses plan out their year typically a year in advance, right? So if you are doing something now, like a lot of big businesses, they definitely plan out a year in advance. Now with smaller businesses, they might do it a couple of months to 6 months in advance, but the sooner you plan it out, the better you're going to be, because you're going to be ahead of whoever your clients are or whatever attraction is coming to your business, right? So on the note of YouTube, we're in a new year, right? If you understand the concept of YouTube and how they pay people out, then you will know a lot of this stuff is reliant on what you did for the previous year, right? And it is also based off of, as far as watch time, what I just said was as far as watch time, it's also based off of what you did in the previous month for the current month pay, right? So in knowing these things, you got to kind of really get a grasp on what's going on there so you can understand what I'm saying here, right? So a lot of people put emphasis on trying to connect with people. Now, if you're doing it authentically, you're going to automatically connect with them because you're being yourself. You don't have to try to lie about something. Just be you. Talk about what you know. Talk about what experiences that you have, and then it will come out quite naturally, right? The problem is when you try to talk about something that you don't really know information about, it might come across a little bit choppy or kind of questionable, but unfortunately, remember what I said, we got more, sorry, y'all, and I hate to say this, but we do. We have more G people on this platform than than you can imagine. Okay, we have a lot of gullible people that will fall for whatever anybody is giving them, and that is so dangerous, because if they can't tell what is real versus what is fake, what's going to happen is they're going to spread the fakeness out into the population, which further keeps people down and not prospering in their channel. Now, we can look at it this way. YouTube will do sort of like damage control on both ends. They will try to control a little bit of the gullibility and the false information out there, but in a way, it sort of helps them. Why, you say? Because the less people really know as far as the truth, the less likely they're going to prosper in their journey on this YouTube platform, which means YouTube is less likely to be paying you for your content. And please, if you don't hear and understand anything else about this, understand this. Just because you're not monetized does not mean YouTube is not getting paid. They get paid on your videos when you're not monetized, either before or after your video, because of laws and restrictions and stuff that they can't do because they will violate the stipulation of their own contract, right? They can't put stuff in the middle of your content without your consent, but they can put it in the beginning and they can put it at the end and still make money off of your content. That doesn't mean that they're trying to make everybody monetize. Why? Because they're still getting paid regardless, right? Now, the thing is, they want some people to get paid, because if nobody's getting paid, then who's going to do this if they're in it for the money? We're not trying to just build you up. We're trying to help ourselves as well, right? So they're going to allow a certain number of things to happen. But have any of you ever noticed when you start to get to the point where you're about to be finally monetized, you run into a hurdle that slows you down? It almost seems like you hit an invisible wall and can't break through, but yet what you were doing that had gotten you to the point of the invisible wall. Well, it's not your imagination. There are systems in place within this system to allow that to happen. And this is why it is so important to know the real information. Because once you hit that wall, if you do not know how to move forward and you have a whole bunch of false information, you're not going to break through that. Unless you catch what we now know is a wave or trend. That trend, you could ride that trend through that force field, right? And what is the force field that you're running into? Well, I kind of stumbled in on one of the proofs when I was doing an analytics video on my back office, and I started to notice that a lot of people I subscribed to were being unsubscribed that I personally, myself, did not unsubscribe from, right? But what really, I saw it, but then I didn't see it initially when I was first looking at it. What really made me look at it even further was when they unsubscribed me from my own child, okay? I'm not gonna unsubscribe from my child. I'm gonna try to help my child. If I'm trying to help you all, trust and believe I'm going to help my family as well, right? So that's what really made me really look a little bit closer. So I'm starting to dig into it, all right? There is a 90-day window that would allow you to look at people who subscribe to you. And of course, you can always look at who you subscribe to, but it's a 90-day window to see who is subscribed to you, right? And in the middle of that 90-day window, somehow the system is unsubscribing people from channels that they subscribe without them doing this. Now, I'm not going to completely blame the system for that, because that is also people doing that as well, because you just have people who just aren't honest and really are just looking out for themselves. So they'll make it seem like they're subscribing to you till you subscribe to them, and then they're going to unsubscribe, right? So that does happen. But this particular point on your back office is showing people who are subscribed to you, not that you are subscribed to them, okay, that I'm talking about. So when it says unsubscribed, then that you subscribe to, that makes you believe something else is working behind the scenes, that even you have to stay up on, because what you think you're doing to help is being undermined by the system, right? And what I'm starting to believe is happening, because of what I'm observing from one channel to the next channel, and also what I'm seeing other bigger platforms are actually expressing, but not really going into detail about what it is that they're saying. I honestly think that the majority of these trolls that y'all think are trolls are really bots that are implemented inside the YouTube system in order to do sort of damage control to their system, where if too many numbers are coming through there, they can kind of shut it down, right? There's a pre-screen every time you upload your video on the laptop or desktop. I will say that technically ain't really there if you upload on your phone. It will kind of pre-screen what you got going on before putting it out there in the algorithm. So you're less likely, quote unquote, to get what is known as a copyright strike and or a copyright claim. Those are two different things, y'all. Those are not the same. A copyright strike means you, the creator, went against something of the rules of the platform that you knew you was not absolutely supposed to do whatsoever, and then you got a strike for doing so, right? A copyright claim is a technical violation that the system don't want to go through. It don't even necessarily mean that whatever you're doing, the other party doesn't want you to do it. It just means that the system is trying to deter you from doing that, right? So with copyright claims, you can have 1 million copyright claims on your platform and it will never affect your channel. Never. Now it'll just show copyright, it'll show restrictions on your stuff, right? What it will also do is block you from being paid if the claim is not reversible, right? It will stop you from being paid for that content. Well, here's the thing. I would be very careful with that if I had evergreen content on my platform, because then those are timeless videos that will last and withstand the test of time. People will always want to watch those. So on those videos, you better be very careful on the content, on how you're uploading them. But I will tell you this. On videos that are not evergreen videos, because of the way the YouTube platform is structured and how they pay you, if you do get a copyright claim on something, really pay attention whether or not you are going to get paid for whatever they're trying to copyright claim you on. Because if you was not going to get paid for that, then it doesn't matter. Leave it, let it go, let it be on your platform, because it's not going to affect you one way or the other. And here's why. Because a copyright claim takes effect from the time it actually happens, right? So if today you get a copyright claim on your platform, then it is affected as of that day, right? But if you're doing content that fizzle out in the system within a couple of weeks or a month or whatever, then that copyright claim doesn't necessarily mean it's going to affect your pay on that video. And this is the reason why. I'll take me for example, because I have gotten a copyright claim on my commentary. And the content creator did not say anything for me using it. In fact, they agree their content may be used on the platform. They have no problem with other people using their content on the platform. However, the system caught something on my video that was from the other content creator. Hence the reason why I have some videos like that and some that's not, because I'm really testing out everything. I want to see the outcome. I want to see if you're going to do one, then why not do them all? Well, here's the reason why. Because technically they can't, right? And a copyright claim also can be initiated by anybody. So it can be initiated by bots. It could be initiated by the creator themselves. It could be created by viewers. It can be initiated by anybody. Anybody can do this, right? In order to try to stop you. But if they don't have no legal way of stopping you, that copyright claim can be disputed and taken off, or the changes can be implemented and it can still get you paid, right? So, but for content such as myself, that I do as far as the commentary. Now, the YouTube tips, I'm following those guidelines pretty to the T because of the fact they're evergreen videos and at some point they will grow, right? The commentary videos, there's a little bit of a gray area where you can actually kind of do other stuff. So you will see on my commentary where I have other content from content creators that I'm reviewing and talking about. And there's only one particular creator that I'm actually doing this with, and that is Country Wayne's video. And Country Wayne himself, even on the claim, states he doesn't mind other people using his stuff. Now, there is a way to try to get around this as far as like contacting the creator via email and writing a letter and asking for a copyright release, so that if that happens, they can just completely throw it out because it's already on your video. So it wouldn't affect you one way or the other. But the whole issue with this is like with mine, I'm entertainment on that end. So for the commentaries, it's all entertainment. And because of the fact that YouTube pays you for the current month for the prior views until it get flagged or whatever, then you're still going to get paid for it, even with the claim, up till the date that they made the claim on the video. Now, I don't have a lot of claims on my videos. I just one or two, and some of them I can kind of see why they probably said it, because I probably was tapping into something maybe the creator wanted to do in the future that they hadn't actually did yet currently. So I could understand those, and I'm not even first tripping on those, right? But then there's just some that just don't make any sense. And as of today, I think I might have gotten 3 claims, not strikes, 3 claims, okay? And then there's this whole shorts thing. Like, you have to get a program in order to play music. Now this is only if you want to get paid for your shorts. I don't do a lot of shorts in order to get paid for it, because you have to have 3 million views on a short in order to get paid. I'm not doing enough shorts to get 3 million views on there. I'm just not, right? But what I am doing on the shorts is using the shorts to bring attention to my long form video, which is just like a promotion, so to speak. But the crazy thing about it is they tell you can use the music, but then want to come back and say that there's a claim on it because you're using music in your video. Well, here's the way around that. If you really want to use shorts for your video, go to a third-party company where you could run your video through theirs, and then they'll attach a little license on the video, and then you won't even have the problem, right? To me, it's not that important as far as an investment, because 1, it's not a strike, and 2, I'm not relying on shorts, so I really don't care about the shorts one way or the other. The shorts to me is just an introduction to my video. But if that's something that you really want to get into as far as the shorts versus the long form, then you need to get that license attached to your video, so that way you can legally and technically use it without being without being striked, or without being, not strike necessarily, without getting a claim on it to where it will affect you getting paid out on your views. That's all. It's just a simple technicality. But you really have to look at, is it beneficial for you to do that if you're not really doing it? But for the ones that are really using shorts as their product, so to speak, on this platform, I really strongly suggest that you get that, because you're going to need it in the long run. Right? Now, saying all that, I also want to say this. People are still playing on your emotions, because for the most part, you all don't really know a lot of this, especially the small content creators. Not the large platforms that are pretending to be small, but the actual small content creators. You would not know this if you have not invested the time and the knowledge in order to learn it, or you yourself haven't been put through that in order to experience it yourself. And the best teacher for me is to put myself in situations so I can learn from them without damaging my platform. So whenever I find a problem, I purposely put myself in those situations so I can see what the outcome is, right? That way I don't have to worry about what people are telling me. I can see it for myself. And then my goal is to help those that do not know, right? The ones who either don't care, so be it. The ones who don't believe, so be it. But for the ones that really just don't know and need the help, this is why I do what I do, right? But now, in saying that too, what is also happening now is you're going to see a lot of videos about being demonetized, but yet you see them subscribers still there, and you see that they're still getting a lot of views. Let me tell y'all what is happening here. This is being played on big time, demonetized, right? That term is being played on so bad. It's being played on just like the easy. YouTube is easy. This is the new scam now, right? For YouTube. I have been demonetized. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? Well, if you're being demonetized on a platform, then why are you still using that platform, making content that you're not going to make money from, right? First clip, right? Then you'll hear them say, well, I'm going to work hard, and when it's time for me to reapply, I will be able to. Second clip, right? Okay. Then you will hear them say, I don't want you to make the same mistake that I made. I'm here to help you so you don't fall into the same trap that I did. Well, that crap can fly by your head if you don't know the truth. Let me tell you what is happening here. So what typically is happening is, for the most part, these people that are claiming they're being demonetized, they're trying to make it seem as if they're being demonetized for using other people's content, right? When in fact, they're being demonetized because they have left the platform and went to other platforms and tried to build their business on those platforms and neglected YouTube platform is what's really happening. And so they're not being demonetized because they're getting claims. Claims can happen to anybody, and you can get as many claims as you want to get. You can have a whole bunch of claims, but what you can't have is 3 strikes, right? They got demonetized because of one thing. One thing and one thing only. Because they left the platform, they lost the watch hours that they had accumulated within a year. This is one of the key things why you have to constantly keep posting or have a video that has a lot of attraction to your platform. Because within that year, if you fall off from those 4,000 watch hours, when that year comes up, you're no longer qualified to be monetized. That's all that is. So if you spent a year off the platform or 2 or more years off the platform, you are demonetized because you don't have watch hours. Another clue as to this is what's happening on those videos, because as they're talking and trying to reel you in on sympathy, they're also saying, I got to get my watch time hours up. I got the subscribers. I just got to get my watch time back up. That's the real truth right there. They just got to get their watch time up. It's not because YouTube demonetized them for using other people's content. Now, if they got 3 strikes on their thing, then yes, not only did YouTube demonetize them, but YouTube shut them completely down. They no longer have their channel anymore. They can't, any channel that is attached to that AdSense account is also closed down because they can't have any more accounts. That's why it's illegal in the YouTube platform to have multiple AdSense accounts. It's not illegal to have multiple channels. What is illegal is to have multiple AdSense accounts. And if they find that out, they're going to demonetize you. So when you're listening to these stories, listen for how many channels they actually have out. I almost can guarantee you it's because they created separate AdSense accounts. And this is what is going on. And YouTube is giving them an opportunity to fix their issue before they get demonetized. Because if they were truly demonetized on the platform, they would just stop making videos unless they're doing this for fun, because they would not be getting paid. So I'm going to do a lot of other debunking of the system, so that way y'all know what's going on and it can be helpful for you and your growth on the system. But people, stop being the big G. Stop letting people pay on your emotions and learn what is real and what is not with the YouTube platform. Because once again, they're just finding clever ways to herd y'all with false information to boost themselves. If they were truly trying to help you, they will take you in that back office, show you exactly what was going on, show you the letters that they got from YouTube, and stop trying to make it seem like it's YouTube versus them. And then some of them will even say, well, it was my fault. I'm not going to say it was YouTube's fault, because they're trying to catch themselves. Because if you put out false information about YouTube, I'm quite sure they're going to say something to you. Okay? Now, even with me, when I tell you information about what is going on with YouTube, I give you both sides of the story, and I'll let you know exactly what's going on. Because remember, you can't bite the hand that feeds you, right? If that's what you're looking to do. You gotta learn to play the game. All right? So, hopefully this information is very helpful for everybody in order for them to be able to prosper and gain the knowledge that they need in order to make this platform work for them. Because by far, YouTube, that is owned by Google, is the largest platform that you will be able to get into in order to make money the way you want to make money from either the platform or advertising, just like the other businesses advertise their business on this platform. Come on, people, let's please wake up. Let's learn the truth on what's really going on. So as always, be your brothers and sisters keeper. Keep God first. Learn your system, and toodles.